Hello everyone, I'm Easy. Here, I'll demonstrate for you how to use Maidio to listen to RSS feeds. First, we can install it from the App Store. Android users can directly download the APK to use it. After the installation is complete, since no API key has been set, a settings interface will be displayed. Then, we need to go to the OpenAI API page to obtain your key. In our application, the default model used is GPT-4o Mini. This model is relatively inexpensive. Let's check the price. For input, 1 million tokens cost 15 cents. For output, 1 million tokens cost 60 cents. So even if we listen to a large amount of RSS content, the cost will not be particularly high. However, if you turn on the Cloud TTS setting, it will use OpenAI speech model. The text-to-speech cost will be relatively higher. We can see that for the TTS we use, which is not HD, the cost is $15 per million tokens. So, you can choose according to your actual situation. After setting up the API key, we can start using it. But before using it, to ensure the key we entered is correct, we can click the test button. Okay, you can see my current test is successful. This indicates that our key is working normally. After filling in the key, we need to click Save. Then go back to our homepage. On the homepage, it mainly displays two contents. One is our radio, and the other is the sound settings for playing the radio. If you click on Sound Settings, you can see that there are two major options here. One is our local sound, which uses the built-in speech engine of our phone. The other one, Cloud Voice, is what we just talked about, using OpenAI's model for pronunciation. You can make selections in this place, and you can also click this button to listen to it.
This is a test voice used for reporting news on the Maidio.
Then, you can choose the voice actor based on your preferences. The Apple system comes with many voices. However, most of the voices may not be in our system because their language packs are relatively large, some reaching hundreds of megabytes, so we need to download them manually. First, we need to go back to our system settings. Then enter Accessibility. Then click on Spoken Content. In here, there is a voice setting. Click into it and select the language you use, such as English. In here, you can see that there are many voices. Currently, we are defaulting to Siri.
Hi, I'm Siri.
But you can also choose other voice actors, such as Alex. You can see that there is a language pack, which is about 800 megabytes. Then, for some other voices, you can also try them. In here, there is enhanced and premium versions. Let's listen.
Hello, my name is Zoe. I am an American English voice.
Once you have downloaded it, you can go back to our application. And you can see these corresponding options in the selection. Besides setting up its sound, we can also modify its persona. You can give the host and assistant corresponding names according to your needs. Then, you can set up the host's personality and speaking style. Next, let's take a look at how to import an RSS feed. First, we can click the Create Custom Radio button. After clicking in, you can upload an OPML file or manually typing each RSS feed. In addition to manual upload, you can also put your OPML file on the internet and generate a link. Then, scan it through the QR code. You can fill in multiple RSS here. Generally speaking, a radio station is actually a category, which may contain many similar RSS feeds. Then, click Create Radio. But we need to give it a name, for example, Tech. Okay, now our radio station has been created. We need to click in, and then refresh our RSS feeds. It should be noted that our access to RSS content is entirely done through the mobile phone, so your mobile phone network must be able to access the RSS addresses you have entered. Okay, we can see that the corresponding content has already been imported. Then, you can click on the title. and enter a browsing interface to see the content of the article. You can also select it, and then use these news items to create our radio program. After clicking in, we first need to choose. Because Maidio can not only create the news content into a dialogue, but also briefly or just mention it, and also read it out in full text. How do you want to process the news you've chosen? First, you can select manually, or you can let it analyze automatically. When it analyzes automatically, it will refer to your preferences. Of course, it has no preferences when it is just installed, so it is a default analysis. For example, here, it thinks the last piece of content only needs a brief mention. But if you find this content interesting, you can click Talk. At this time, it thinks you are interested in this content, so you can write down the corresponding reasons. After writing your reason, it will be saved. Next time you click on Automatic Analysis, it will analyze the new news based on your reason. Okay, next, we click on Generate to generate our radio program. Because we have selected polishing in the settings, after the radio program is generated, it will undergo a further polishing process to make it more fluid and natural.
The event is just around the corner, and excitement is in the air.
Absolutely. This will be the first Galaxy Unpacked event of 2025.
Okay, our program has been generated, and it will play automatically. There is a play button in the lower right corner. You can drag it to any location. Clicking it once will display our playlist. And if you long press it, it will switch between play and pause status.
I think we'll see.
Based on past it.
You can also switch between the segments here by clicking the forward and backward buttons. If a segment is for an article, there will be a link button in the lower left corner. When you click on it, you can see the corresponding article. If you are interested in this content, you can click this button and read while listening. If you have any questions about this program, you can submit your question through the audience Q&A function, and it will rewrite this program according to the audience's questions. You can also give it a suggestion directly and have it rewrite the program. This part of the function is very useful for users who want to export this radio program and publish it as a podcast. When you slide the dialogues here, you can delete them, switch the speakers, and modify the text. After we have finished editing, we can click Export Audio and save it. Now the audio has been generated. You can also convert this audio into a video, because some websites may not support direct audio sharing. You can see that this is the video we just generated.
The Galaxy S25 Unpacked event is just around the corner, and excitement is in the air.
Absolutely.
On the left, you can set up your preferences and edit the corresponding prompts. In every place, when we generate content through AI, if you want to control the details, you can go to the prompt settings interface. And if you have any questions, you can click on Tutorial in the left menu to access our help website.